Hey guys. So I'm like super tired and I'm at my like coffee shop that I like to go out and work at, and it's almost 10. And I think I just forgot what like the grind is like working another job. So like I've been subbing lately cuz I would like to have more money to invest into what I do. And when my site went down, it took away a lot of like funds. Um, Today I worked with junior high students all day. And like, yeah. So I just got done finishing a video, but now that I have a MacBook, um, it's like a learning curve. It's different than a PC. I had to watch a bunch of videos yesterday, so it took me like 4 hours to edit a video right now, which is a lot longer than I'm used to. And maybe that's like normal for most people, but I like to get things done and know what I'm doing. And I think like I just don't know what I'm doing right now. So hashtag always a student, huh? Sub thing calls me at like 5:30 in the morning. So I'm like so tired. Like, have you ever been so tired that you want to cry? Like, that's how tired I am. But I also have priorities and goals. So I'm kind of wondering, do I get sleep now? Or do I put it off later? I just feel like I'm not going to be able to get everything done I want to get done this week. To sleep or not to sleep? That's the question. No, so it's currently 2:55 a.m. I have now been up since 5:30 a.m. yesterday. I am like a huge supporter of Canva.com. They're like everything to me, because I know how to use Photoshop, but who wants to use Photoshop? Like, I'm not a designer. I just know how to make what I like, and hopefully you guys like it too. I do get a lot of comments on my graphics. Like, people think that I like know what I'm doing. But I think I've just kind of figured it out along the way. And like Facebook memories really reminds me how far I've come. I think taking art classes have helped me. I did take like graphics classes relating to fashion when I went to school for fashion. So that probably helps too, but I still make big mistakes compared to what other people, like a graphic designer that does it for a profession, would make. Um, so a huge part of this and remaking or relaunching, there you go, relaunching my site is about doing what I can with what's in my hand. And so now, like, this computer helps me do a lot more than I was able to do before. But Canva does have an app now, so I mean, y'all got the plug. You got everything that you need to get it done on your on your phone. Like, it just, yeah, it makes it 10 times better. But what I will say is that the ability to get it done on your own, you totally can. And what I'm trying to say is that I'm about to give y'all the plug, okay? And the lemon today is that I really want to go to sleep. But the rest of this week, I have like things to do. And by things, I mean I have to sub one day. No, 2 days. I have to sub 2 days. And I have an event to go to. And then I have like a busy weekend. Like, I just have stuff. So I have to do as much as I can to prepare for those days. And that means being diligent. So I'm going to give you the plug. And I'm going to walk you through my process of creating a YouTube thumbnail, how I created my end card. Hey guys, so this is Canva.com. I'm going to go to the YouTube thumbnail, which is the preset dimensions, which is super great. One of the things that I do though is not use a layout when I'm putting this together. I just take the background I want, which happens to be this marble mist that I'm obsessed with, and then I go ahead and add the subscribe now button, and the reason I do this is so that it can have an annotation at the end of my video, and then I'll put subscribe now. You can click it, and you should do that right now. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Appreciate it a lot. I'm just trying to get it lined up, centered, all those things. Sorry if it's loud. I'm in a coffee shop, but this is real life, okay? Next thing that I'm going to be doing is continue to scale it down and just center it. It usually gives you like the lines, the margin lines, the dimension lines, all that. So now I'm going to go back to the side where there's text, and I am going to click on my header text. But I saved it when I had the Canva for Business, so that's why it's on the brusher. But my brand, I would say, font is Playlist script. So I am going to type in at Liz Sweet Liz, which is my social media handles, and then I'm going to copy that 3 times because 3 different places. I'm at Liz Sweet Liz, and then I'm just going to drag them over to the side that I want them to be on, and they're not in perfect position yet, but I'm just going to put them over there for now. This saves me a lot of time, so I'm not just adding text every single time. I'm copying it, and I can change the wording if I want to. The next thing that I do is go over to Elements, and I'm going to type in the different social media handles, so like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope is a different story though. So you'll see when I get there, but Twitter, I just go ahead and take the black one. You could see that there's free ones, and then there's ones that cost money. So I always take the free one, and then now I'm going to go in and I'm going to get Instagram. And Instagram is one that pops up as black as well with the cutouts, so that's not really an issue. So these are really fairly easy, and then you can see I just scale it down, align it all up, and you see the lines that pop up. So that's really major when you're creating something like this, so that you don't have to worry about eyeballing it. So Periscope is a different story because Canva doesn't recognize Periscope yet. It doesn't have any icons for it. So I got this PNG, I think on pixably.com. But yeah, make sure you download it as a PNG so it'll have a transparent background. So that's the only one that you have to worry about that issue with. Also, I am going to go back to Elements, and I'm going to hit Frames right now. Frames has all of the spots where you can take pictures, and you can add whatever kind of other background. You can add another picture of yourself, whatever you want to add, right? So I'm going to go down to the really thin, like, rectangular bar. This is going to, you'll see this more when it's on my website, but this is what I do, the marble. And then I have a rose gold overlay that I like to use. I place that right in the bar. And then I'm going to go over to text, and I'm going to text in the playlist script. I'm going to text in check out my last video, and this is just a great place to put anything that you want to communicate with people below, because what's going to happen in this like side that you see where there's nothing so far is that I'm going to do picture in picture when I'm editing my video, and I'm going to put a clip of my previous YouTube video, and then on YouTube I'm going to click so that it will have an annotation so people can just click straight and go to that video and watch it right away. That is my YouTube in card. I am going to add one more thing, Facebook. I don't usually add it though because it's my least lit social media. It's not my favorite thing in the world. So you can see there's no black and white cutout ones that are free. So I don't like to pay for things on Canva, and I don't want to go look for a PNG of it. So I just take the regular blue and white one, and I just switch it to black. So that's really simple fix for you. Now I'm going to copy one more time the script that I already have, and then I'm simply going to delete it and add my Facebook channel name, which is
Lizzy P Beauty there. So you can go hit that like page and maybe we'll get it more popping over there, but it's not always necessary. So there you go, row of social media, subscribe now button. I'm going to change the name of the design because sometimes it'll be about the script or it'll be the layout name. So you want to change it so you can easily find it. And then I am going to download as a PNG high quality file just because my videos are done in HD, so I like it to look as best as possible. Here we go again. What? Back at it again with the YouTube thumbnails. So here I am. I have already picked a layout, which is really easy, but I'm taking this laptop computer with a gun on top of it, and I'm going to go ahead and change the text here. I really like to change these up a lot sometimes just to make sure that it looks more like me and not like you can just go into the layout and do it exactly like I did it. Some days I'm more successful than others. This one I'm going to keep fairly simple because I want a bunch of different people to watch how to use Canva instead of just my beauty girls. So the next thing that I'm doing is looking for a text, which can be a little bit difficult if you're not sure. Like I have my main ones that I like, but sometimes I have to try out several different versions, or I have to make sure that it's all capitals, or I have to try it bold or ultra thin. So play around with these. You can also upload your own format if you have Canva for Business. Right now I don't, just because I don't feel like paying for it. I'm going to be 100% real. I had it for months and months, and there's ways around it that you don't have to worry about not having any of the features that they offer, except for having a team. And I don't have anybody working on my stuff but me right now, so it's cool. So use Canva like a G, or use Canva like a boss. Like a boss. That's what I like better. So you can see it's all white and it's blue, which is their original colors. But if you've been watching Limited Chronicles, my colors are not that. So what you can do is get the hex colors for what you use. So mine for the Lemonade Chronicles, the pink is FF1493. And I have that saved in the Evernote note just in case I forget, but I usually don't forget. So it's good deal for me, as well as I'm going to change this bar to a yellow that I like. Now, I couldn't remember the yellow at first, and I was like, wait. It's FF what? E600, and that's the yellow that I like to use. And then at the bottom, I am going to go ahead and switch to that so that people know, okay, this is the Lemonade Chronicles. And the font that goes with that is the brusher font. So I'm going to type the Lemonade Chronicles first, which a lot of you will be like, oh, this is a nice font and whatever. But I want to make it stand out so that when people see it, they're like, oh, this is Lizzy, because that's the font that has been used all over my social media with it, and it's pretty consistent. So some things I do like to be just consistent in so that people can automatically look at it and see that it is me. Now I am going to go ahead and switch that up. And I'm also going to change the color. So I'm going to switch it up to the brusher text, and then I'm definitely going to take the capitals off. I'm going to change it to my brand color, and looking pretty good here. I'm going to do a few little like shifting. What I'm trying to get to now, because I was messing up, is the blur option, because I want the words to pop out more. So I'm definitely going to blur the background image. There's different ways that you can do this to make them stand out, but for me, I wanted that image to still be seen, but just a little bit more blur to it. Then I'm going to kind of align things a little bit better, because I think I moved it around somewhat. And then I'm still missing something. I don't know. Something's missing. What could it be? Maybe if I click and change that back to white, maybe it'll pause better. No, I still don't like that, because then it's like white, yellow, and pink, and I'm not thrilled with it compared to the background. So this is kind of what I do. I sit here and I play around with different things, and then I'm going to add Lizzy P with Lizzy P at the bottom. So that's going to be great. And that way they'll know, oh, it's the Lemonade Chronicles with Lizzy P. It's not just use Canva like a boss. This isn't just another tech person. This is a Lemonade Chronicles vlog. Still not really feeling this white situation. But I don't know. So I have to think about it for a while. And I think that sometimes we kind of like rush through and make things however we like them at the moment. And then it's like, okay, well, let me take a minute and look at it. Let me save the actual file name, and then I'll come back to it and look at it. And after I've looked at it for a while, I've realized that the white kind of pops more. So that's kind of my process. I don't really have a rhyme or reason. It's just if I decide that at the end of the process that it looks good or not. Like I said, I'm not a graphic designer. That's just kind of what I do. So for myself, there's the full image, and it is the perfect size to go into my YouTube video.
Because I've been a L'Oreal girl for a really long time. So when people ask me, what about Maybelline, Liz? I'm like, and I